Imagine waking up to a single social media post that could tank or skyrocket the global economy in minutes. Well, that's exactly what just happened. Donald Trump dropped a bombshell on Truth Social, flipping the script on tariffs, trade wars, and international relations, all with the tap of a screen. The markets are buzzing, Capitol Hill is reeling, and the world is watching. What does this mean for your wallet, your job, or even your next shopping trip? Stick with me as we break it all down. All right, let's get into it. Just hours ago, Donald Trump took to Truth Social with a post that's shaking things up big time. Here's the gist. He's jacking up tariffs on China to a staggering 125%, effective immediately. Why? He says it's because China's been disrespecting world markets, ripping off the US and other nations for way too long. His words, not mine. He's betting this move will force China to rethink its trade game. But that's not all. There's a twist. For over 75 other countries reaching out to negotiate with U.S. officials, Trump's offering a 90-day breather. During that time, he's slashing their tariffs down to just 10%. It's a carrot and stick approach, and it's got everyone talking. Now, if you're wondering how this all came together, here's the backdrop. For days, Trump's been under fire. Markets were jittery, the S&P 500 was flirting with bear territory, and lawmakers were sweating bullets. Republicans on Capitol Hill have been getting an earful from constituents. Small business owners worried about costs, everyday folks watching their 401ks bounce like a yo-yo. Behind closed doors, they've been begging the White House for a clearer plan. And just when it seemed like the pressure might boil over, Trump pulls this move out of nowhere. One senator even told reporters today, a single Truth Social post could flip the markets green again. Guess what? That's exactly what we're seeing. Let's talk numbers for a second. The Dow shot up 6% after this announcement, back above 40,000. Just days ago, it was at 42,200 before this whole tariff saga kicked off. Wall Street's breathing a sigh of relief, at least for now. Why? Because while China's getting hit hard, those 75 other countries are getting a lifeline. Investors hate uncertainty, and a full-on global trade war was the nightmare scenario. This pivot, it's a signal Trump's willing to play ball, sort of. To unpack this, I've got some expert takes lined up. Picture this. Neil Irwin, Axios's chief economic correspondent, calls it a relief rally. He points out that dropping tariffs to 10% for most countries, 4 times higher than pre-January levels, mind you, is still a big shift. But it's the China piece that's got teeth. At 125%, that's a gut punch to a major trade partner, pumping consumer goods into the U.S. Think electronics, clothes, toys, stuff you'll see on shelves. If this sticks, prices could climb. And then there's the 90-day pause for negotiations with those 75 countries. Neil's skeptical it'll work. He's asking, how do you hammer out deals with dozens of nations in 3 months with no clear starting point? Fair question. Next up, Garrett Haake, NBC's senior White House correspondent, sees this as a win for congressional Republicans. They've been pushing Trump to focus the fight on China, someone they, and even some Democrats, call a global trade cheater. Letting allies and trade partners off the hook? That's a pressure valve. Garrett says Trump's been adamant he wouldn't back down, but this flip-flop shows the heat was too much. The big picture goal, reshoring U.S. manufacturing, might take a hit, though. A 90-day timeout doesn't scream long-term strategy. And with Trump switching gears midweek, what's next? Thursday? Friday? Buckle up. Then there's Christine Romans, NBC's senior business correspondent, zooming in on that 10% tariff pause. She says Wall Street's loving it. Earlier, the administration threw out wild numbers. 46% here, 20% there, with no clear formula. Now it's a flat 10% across the board while talks happen. Simple, clean, and markets dig it. But she warns, this is a Band-Aid, not a fix. So, where's this all coming from? Trump hints at the pressure in his post. 75 countries calling up the Commerce Department, Treasury, the U.S. Trade Representative, all scrambling for a deal. Yesterday, he even joked about getting his you-know-what kissed by world leaders begging for mercy. Colorful as ever. But the real nudge might have been the markets tanking and political allies squirming. Republicans are publicly backing him, saying they'll give him time. But privately, they're antsy. One lawmaker put it bluntly, "Mr. President, we're with you, but where's the end game? How does this plane land?" Up on Capitol Hill, Ryan Nobles is hearing the same vibe. The angst is real. Constituents are flooding phone lines, small businesses fretting over supply chains, retirees watching their savings roller coaster. Republicans want Trump's vision, but they're tired of the shoot from the hip style. This tariff tweak might buy him some goodwill, but the clock's ticking. And with markets so volatile, one more post could flip the script again. What's the takeaway? This is Trump doing Trump. Big moves, bold words, and a knack for keeping everyone guessing. The Dow's up, Wall Street's happy, and China's in the crosshairs. But for how long? Will prices spike at stores? Will jobs come back? And can he really negotiate with 75 countries in 90 days? We don't know yet. Trump might spill more soon. He's got executive orders to sign and a meet and greet with racing champs this afternoon. If he talks, expect fireworks. So what do you think? Is this a masterstroke or a mess in the making? Drop your thoughts below. I'm reading every comment. Hit that like button if you're hooked, subscribe for more breakdowns like this, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. The markets are moving, the world's watching, and we're keeping you in the loop. See you in the next one.